And I just want to remind everyone that we are less than 30 days out from The Rugged Life hitting shelves. You can pre-order that everywhere books are sold. And, you know, basically The Rugged Life is the answer to the pandemic. I hate to use that example, but if there's one thing we learned is how much we don't know how to do. And we relied on technology way too much to have food and coffee delivered to our front doors. So The Rugged Life basically is if you are just a little more self-reliant, then, global crisis emergencies will not impact you as much. So try to be as self-reliant as possible. And then you kind of create a bubble of skills that prevent the outside world from messing with you and your daily life and your family's lives. So check out The Rugged Life. It's available everywhere books are sold for pre-order and will be on shelves May 10th.
I'm trying to set 7 world records across a variety of activities that include completing the Explorer's Grand Slam, which means climbing the highest peak on each continent and then skiing to the North Pole, South Pole, and then flying a single engine plane around the world, trekking solo unsupported across the Mojave Desert and Death Valley, and then finally rowing across the Atlantic Ocean.
Damn.
So 100% of the net proceeds that we're raising, we're donating to our 2 charity partners on this, 2 additional charities, which is the Gary Sinise Foundation. So, Lieutenant Dan tie in there.
Yeah.
And then Hope for the Warriors, which is, and these are 2 of the highest rated veteran focused charities in the U.S. So we're extremely fortunate and grateful to be working with them on this. And Gary, as you know, is he and I have gotten much closer, over the past couple of years working together. And he's just an absolutely unbelievable guy. And I feel like as much as I'm trying to do, every time I talk to him, I even feel worse about myself because he's just doing so much more for people. I'm just trying to follow in his footsteps.
The 7 world records you mentioned. Wait, so you've set 7 world records already, correct? Or
no, the attempt is to set 7. Currently, I have 1. So
okay, you have 1 out of the 7. Okay,
we have 1 out of the 7 exactly. So and really, once this is all said and done, it may get up to 8. We're kind of seeing how things go, but we're sticking with 7 right now. Plus, the title just sounds better, 7 for Soldiers. But currently, I've got 1 under the belt and working on the rest. Unfortunately, as I should actually be in the North Pole right now. That got canceled with the Russian invasion of Ukraine. One of the big companies that helps run the North Pole is a Russian company. Oh. So because of that, the season got canceled, and the season's only about 3 weeks long each year at the end of March through like mid to late April. Man. So we've got 1 more iron in the fire that we're working to try to get up there this year. But for the last 3 or 4 years, no one has been to North Pole. It's gotten canceled for various reasons, COVID, and now Russia. So that's put a delay on a lot of this, but there's still a couple other things that we can do in the meantime.
So what was the one you've completed already that you set a record on?
Yeah. So already this year, I've completed a number of the expeditions. Mm-hmm. So I've summited the beginning of May 23 of last year. So we're about 11 months into it. I've summited Mount Everest, Denali, Kilimanjaro, Elbrus, Vinson, which is in Antarctica, Aconcagua, and then also I've skied to the South Pole.
Nice.
And then the one record that I have is I was the first person to cross the Mojave Desert and Death Valley solo unsupported. So I did a crossing of 213 miles in 6 days, 23 hours.
6 days?
6 days, 23 hours. Pulling a 220-pound cart. And then that was interesting. That's where I kind of got the desert, answers out of that one. And then recently I just got back from rowing across the Atlantic Ocean. We rowed 3,100 miles in 53 days, 3 hours and 30 minutes.
Damn, man. That's fast. That's 6 hour mark. I can relate directly to that. That's moving out 200 plus miles in 6 days.
It was 213 in 6 days, 23 hours. So it comes out to just over 30 miles a day.
Yeah.
Something like that. And, it was a good effort. I think I can do better. And, I may or may not be thinking about going back and putting some more miles on that and see if I can't do it a little bit faster.
Yeah.
But the tough part of that was on the second day, is something happened, and I think I kicked something with my left leg. And over the next couple of days, my lower left leg from my knee down just started getting more and more swollen to where it got about 50% larger, 60% larger than my right leg. And it was really hindering my progress. It got to the point about the last 25 miles. I thought my leg was going to split open. It was so swollen and so much pressure. Luckily I had a roll of duct tape with me and just duct tape the crap out of it from my knee to my ankle to finish that 20 something miles off.
Damn, man. Yeah, it sounds like my medical mind would have been like, I think I threw a clot, like.
Yeah, that was the concern. As soon as I got back, I had a buddy who's a doctor take a look at it, and he's like, yo, you need to go to the emergency room like right now.
Yeah, get on blood thinners.
I went there and I was in there for a couple hours. He did all the scans for clots and all this kind of stuff, and they came back with it was some type of bacterial infection.
Oh.
So I was on. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know how because I had some broken skin and some scratches, so maybe just got infected somehow.
Crazy.
But it was one of those things where, like, if you'd have waited much longer, this could have been a lot worse.
You're listening to Can You Survive This podcast? Thanks for tuning in. Please make sure to subscribe, rate, and share on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your favorite shows.